What's good, everybody? We are back, and today I have a Magic Johnson build for you in NBA 2K25. This is going to be a tall guard build with some super high pass accuracy, solid stats across the board, great representation of Magic Johnson. Season 2 dropped today, so if you're looking for a new playmaking build, I suggest this is the one you go with. Real quick before we get started, 99% of you watching these videos are not subscribed. Drop a like, drop a sub, turn those notifications on. We're going crazy all through 2K25. And without further ado, let's check out this Magic Johnson build. Getting right into the physical stats here, I know the position says small forward. I really wanted to go point guard, but you cannot make a 6'9" point guard this year. I also didn't want to make it a center because I didn't want to be stuck at center in the rec if I play on this build. But small forward's a good option. If I'm playing with people I know, I'll still be able to run the one guard, and in park, I'll be running the main guard position, so that's what's really important. But we did end up going 6'9", 225 pounds with a 7'4" wingspan to match Magic Johnson as closely as possible. These 6'9" builds this year are still able to get some pretty solid dribble moves. You can move around the court well, finish over the smaller defenders. Honestly, they are very, very slept on. And the pass accuracy you have, if you drive in, you're gonna be able to dot your teammates, and it's gonna help them knock down shots much more consistently. Not too much else to say about this though. Let's get into the finishing. All right, like I said, right into the finishing here, we end up going with an 80 close shot, 90 driving layup on this build, which is very high. I have not seen people go this high very often on layup this year, but we do also get the 73 driving dunk, 72 standing dunk, and a 50 post control. So with these finishing stats, we are going to get some badges like Bronze Paint Prodigy, Gold Physical Finisher, as you'll see with the strength that we have later on, Silver Aerial Wizard, Gold Float Game, and Silver Layup Mixmaster. I've said it in a few previous videos, they did not patch the real player percentage layups yet, and they already dropped their massive Season 2 patch. So take this 90 layup, put on real player percentage, you're going to be making an absurd amount of layups, especially since you're going to be taller than a lot of the people guarding you. 73 driving dunk is still going to get us Bronze Posterizer and Silver Aerial Wizard, so you are going to be able to get dunks on this build, especially if you're wide open or like on the fast break or something. 72 standing dunk does get us Bronze Rise Up, which Rise Up is a very good finishing badge this year. You're going to get a ton more standing dunks having it even on bronze. Not only for the badges we unlocked, but I also hit these ratings for a lot of animations. I'm not going to go through and name them all, but you do get some solid finishing animations with these ratings. And even if it might not look like all that much, it's going to get the job done. That 90 layup is going to carry the build in the finishing category. It's honestly crazy that they didn't patch real player percentage layups. They are so good. Put it on. This 90 is going to go nuts. As far as the shooting on this build, we are going to end up going with an 85 mid-range and a 78 three-pointer with a 60 free throw. Now that 78 three-pointer might not look like much. That patch I was just talking about, 2K also gave a slight buff to shooting. And when I say slight, I mean it feels like a bigger change than slight. There's people knocking down way more shots now. 78 is going to be more than enough to shoot consistently. I don't even use rhythm shooting this year, and I'm shooting on a 79 through with a lot of my builds. And honestly, since that mid-range is higher, we're going to unlock a ton of different jump shot base animations, as well as unlocking Silver Deadeye, Silver Set Shot Specialist, and Bronze Shifty Shooter on this build. I do have a jump shot posted for this exact rating, so go check that out. It's under my Locks and Popper jump shot video. Trust me on this, the 85 will carry you getting those badges and the animations just to be able to make more threes. As time goes on, you get used to the jump shots. It's only going to be easier anyways. I love the shooting ratings on this build. This definitely isn't the highlight though. The playmaking is my favorite part of this build, so let's check that out now. All right, here it is, the highlight of the build, the 92 pass accuracy on this Magic Johnson build, along with an 80 ball handle and a 68 speed with ball. 92 ball handle gets a Silver Bailout, Gold Break Starter, Silver Versatile Visionary, and Hall of Fame Dimer. Like I said, any pass you're making to your teammates, they're going to be able to knock it down way more consistently. And again, like I said, the patch made shooting easier. I see people day one here shooting about 75 to 80% from three. This is only going to help your teammates. And it's also going to let you throw some really cool pass animations. We do also get Magic Johnson's pass style in this build, as well as a ton of other really good pass styles. So if you're interested in that, you're going to have a bunch of different options. As far as the ball handle, you do got to remember we are 6'9", so getting an 80 ball handle on a 6'9" build is crazy this year. We're going to get Bronze Ankle Assassin, Bronze Handles for Days, Silver Strong Handle, which is a very good dribbling badge this year, as well as Silver Unpluckable. Like I said, these builds are slept on. They can still dribble pretty good. If you put the right dribble style on, you can speed boost very consistently. Speaking of speed boosting, we do also get Bronze Lightning Launch on this build. So getting the badge that literally helps you speed boost on a 6'9" is going to be amazing. I also have a video out on dribble style, so if you guys want to check that out to figure out what you should be putting on this build, go ahead and find that one. Overall, insane playmaking stats on this build though, but we're not done yet. The defense is also solid, so let's look at that. All right, and on to the defensive category. This category is where I'll be using my cap breakers, so stick around. We'll talk about that in a second. But as you see, very solid stats across the board. We're going to get a 62 interior, 80 perimeters, 73 steal, 74 block, 85 offensive rebound, and a 70 defensive rebound on this build. And that's just starting out. I already have my first level of cap breakers, which I will be putting on perimeter defense. With these ratings off rip, we get Bronze Paint Patroller and Gold Off-Ball Pest, as well as Bronze Challenger, Silver Immovable Enforcer, Bronze On-Ball Menace, which will get you a bunch of bumps on this build, and Bronze Pick Dodger. But as I mentioned, once you put those cap breakers on, Bronze Pick Dodger, Bronze On-Ball Menace, and Bronze Challenger will all be upgraded. As far as the steel rating, we are going to get Bronze Glove and Silver Interceptor. They did slightly nerf it with the Season 2 patch, so I don't want to put too much into this, but 73 is still a very good rating getting that Silver Interceptor. 74 block is going to help us get Bronze Paint Patroller, but it's also going to get us Silver Pogo Stick and Bronze High Flying Denier. You're going to be able to send shots back on this build. For the rebounding, I've said it in a bunch of videos, 85 is a very good sweet spot for these kind of builds. We are going to get Silver Box Out Beast, Silver Pogo Stick, and Silver Rebound Chaser. Being 6'9" with the wingspan that you have, and you got to think you will also have a lot of smaller guards guarding you in the park. This offensive rebound rating is going to help you get a ton of second chances. Definitely worth upgrading it. And overall, very solid defense across the board. I cannot complain on this Magic Johnson build. That's going to do it for that though. Let's check out the physicals to see what also helps you get a bunch of these badges. And for the physicals, we are going to get an 81 speed, 79 agility, 82 strength, and a 70 vertical on this build. Gonna talk about the strength first. This is an area I knew a lot of smaller guards, I've mentioned it a few times, were going to be guarding us. I want to be able to take advantage of that, especially since we're such a taller build. 82 strength is definitely going to help with that, but we also still have the 79 agility and 81 speed to be able to keep up. We're not going to be slow by any means. It's definitely going to get the job done. 70 vertical, said in a ton of videos, I'm a huge advocate of vertical this year. It's going to help with your rebounding. It's going to help with your dunking. Going to make your build more athletic overall. Having it on 70 is pretty good for this build. Obviously want it as high as you can, but with all the other crazy stats we have, we're gonna have to deal with a 70 on this build. Definitely will still get the job done. Overall, very solid build. Great option, like I said, if you're looking for a playmaking build for Season 2 of NBA 2K25. We do get a pretty good build name on this one, so let's check that out, and then I will drop the jump shot in this video for you guys. So for those of you that stuck around to the end, you'll be able to get that all in one video. But let's check out the build name quick first. All right, and for the build name on this one, we do get some interesting shades, but we are going to be a 3-level scoring point forward. I really like any of the build names that are different this year, so I'm happy with this. Definitely cannot complain. That's going to do it for the build. Let's switch over to the jump shot real quick in case you need that. All right, and this is going to be the jump shot. We are going Jarrett Culver base, Troy Brown Jr. release 1, Kyle Korver release 2, and then we're going to go 70% Troy Brown Jr., 30% Kyle Korver. Max speed on this 6'9" build. And then I do see a lot of people going with push, but I am still using set point on this build. Any of these 6'5" to 6'9s, I'm using set point. On my smaller guard, I am using push just because the jump shots are so fast. But honestly, that's all up to preference. And as you can see, it only requires an 82 rating. This is what I've been rocking with. Definitely a very solid option. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you stuck around to the end, let me know what you think of the build down in the comments. Appreciate you watching. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out, and I will catch you in the next one.